WHO acknowledges emerging evidence of airborne spread of COVID-19.
Here's a summary of the article.
The World Health Organization on Tuesday acknowledged emerging evidence of the airborne spread of the novel coronavirus, after a group of scientists wrote a letter urging the global body to update its guidance on how the respiratory disease is spread. Speaking at a briefing in Geneva, Benedetta Allegranzi, a WHO expert, said the organization believed it had been open to the evidence on modes of transmission of the new virus. Dr. Maria van Kerkhove, the WHO's technical lead on COVID-19, said Tuesday that the organization has had an active engagement with the scientists who wrote the letter on airborne transmission. COVID-19 is thought to spread mostly through respiratory droplets, usually from sneezes or coughs. Experts also say tiny viral particles can spread through singing, speaking loudly or breathing heavily. As businesses reopen around the world and as people consider gathering in closed, indoor spaces with poor ventilation, getting a more complete picture of how the coronavirus is spread is important. The WHO is working on a scientific brief summarizing what's known about coronavirus transmission, Van Kerkhove said.
This post received a score of 7,300, with an upvote ratio of 96%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
To be clear, this does not mean that COVID-19 floats through the streets and enters through the cracks of your front door, but rather that it can hang around in the air of poorly ventilated indoor spaces for some amount of time. What we don't know is how long it can do that, how long you need to be breathing in those aerosols before you become infected, and how commonly this mode of transmission spreads disease.
So how does that work with AC systems?
WHO is responding to, it is time to address airborne transmission of COVID-19. PDF, letter, provide sufficient and effective ventilation, supply clean outdoor air, minimize recirculating air particularly in public buildings, workplace environments, schools, hospitals, and aged care homes. Supplement general ventilation with airborne infection controls such as local exhaust, high-efficiency air filtration, and germicidal ultraviolet lights. Avoid overcrowding, particularly in public transport and public buildings.
Damn. So basically gyms and shit are off limits?
All public indoor shit is off limits.
Except schools, because, magic. Yep, kids are totally immune too. Except for the handful that aren't. And obviously only kids attend school. It's like Lord of the Flies in there. Just small children from the superintendent on down. That's just school facts.
And none of them go home to parents and grandparents.
I thought we knew it was airborne back in like April or something.
In medical terms, there is a difference between airborne and aerosol. We knew it was aerosol spread, which means that it can be spread in tiny droplets of water coming from someone's mouth or nose, but now it looks like it is also true airborne, which means that it can survive on its own as a particle for a little bit of time in the air. Basically, keep doing all of the safety precautions you had done before, but keeping a little bit more distance between you and others and keeping your mask on for a while after someone else has left the room are both good ideas.
So does that mean it's just the actual virus floating vs the virus trapped in a droplet floating?
I misunderstood, Miss Reed. It means on very very small droplets. Thank you to the several users who taught me my mistake.
I would assume a mask would be less effective if it's not in a droplet since it's even smaller and not as sticky.
I mean, yes, potentially. So I think the advice of the previous commenter is valid, keep doing what you're doing for now, but maintain larger distances between people and keep your masks on for longer after other people leave.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.